the Rays' young guns have been red hot in the month of August, and it continued yesterday as Brandon Guyer and Kevin Kiermaier both homered to lead Tampa Bay to a 3-2 win over Kansas City. Tonight, the Rays hit the road to begin a pivotal 9-game trip against slugger Chris Davis and the Baltimore Orioles. Tonight in Baltimore, Maryland, the Rays begin a 3-game series and a 10-day, 9-game road trip. Still relevant in the wild card chase as they take on the Orioles. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Good to have you with us. Well, the start of this road trip begins tonight in Baltimore, and power on power. It will be Chris Archer on the hill for the Rays, 217 strikeouts, and the lineup of the Baltimore Orioles led by Chris Davis and his 35 home runs.
Well, and for Chris Davis, you hope that the Rays are catching him at the right time because he's only has 1 home run in his last 15 games. That being said, there's 5 weeks to play in this season, and look at the numbers. 35 home runs, 92 runs driven in. We know all about his power. It is foul pole to foul pole. Stay out of the middle of the plate. Keep this team in the yard, specifically keep Chris Davis in the yard, and your chances of victory go up exponentially. Chris Archer, love the fact that he's going to take the mound tonight for the Rays, looking to set the tone for this series. And I'm going to tell you something. You would expect this Oriole team to attack him early because, number one, you get to 2 strikes, the batting average against him so low, and number 2, he knows how to put you away. Look at the strikeouts, 217, third in the American League, over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. And I'll tell you something else. He's got that good power fastball, good power slider, and expect those 2 to lead the way here tonight again.
So Archer tonight, after victory number 12, comes in 11-10, opposed by left-hander Wei-Yin Chen. The month of August up and down for the Rays. They start tonight 4.5 back in the wild card chase. Rays and the Orioles moments away from Oriole Park at Camden Yards. We welcome you back to Baltimore. The Rays and the Orioles squaring off tonight. A beautiful evening for baseball as the Rays commence this lengthy road trip. Tonight's starting lineup for the Rays presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Brandon Guyer will lead off. He'll be in right field, followed by Joey Butler. Butler in left with Evan Longoria at third, hitting third. Logan Forsythe, the cleanup man, at second. As Drupal Cabrera at shortstop. Tim Beckham in there as the designated hitter. James Loney at first. Kevin Kiermaier, who has been red hot in August, hits eighth, plays center field. Rene Rivera in the nice spot will do the catching.
Well, they're going to be going up against the left-hander Wei-Yin Chen, making his 26th start of the season and really has been the most consistent starter for the Orioles here in the month of August, where they have struggled recently. He is 3-0 with a 2.90 earned run average in 5 August starts. Let's take a look at the defense and see how it's going to line up behind him. Brought to you by BMW. In the outfield, left to right, we have Parra, Jones, and Davis. And across the infield, third to first, Flaherty, Machado, Scope, and Wieters, with Caleb Joseph behind the plate.
There's a look at the 30-year-old left-hander out of Taiwan. A 16-game winner last year. 16-6. 8-6 so far this year. He can be home run prone. 24 home runs allowed. 21 of those to right-handed hitters. And the Rays will have a line of right-handed hitters against him tonight. Check swing by Guyer and the hopper down to third. Flaherty is there and makes the play to first. So one pitch, one out, this game underway. First pitch presented by Pinch-A-Penny.
Well, this right-handed Rays lineup has been so successful. You know, you go back to the end of May, what they've done against left-handed pitching, and just continue to go out and win games when lefties start against them.
Yeah, Rays 9 over 500 against left-handed starters at 23-14. There's Joey Butler. Pitch is a strike.
When you put up numbers like that too, it starts to build the confidence. Then you expect you see Wei-Yin Chen's going to pitch against you tonight, and he's been throwing the ball well, but you think to yourself, but he's a lefty, we're going to win. That's what we do when lefties start against us.
Rays have come out swinging. Butler down in the count 0-2. Upstairs. As far as Joey Butler's concerned, give him a lefty, give him a righty. He's going to hit 280 either way.
When you talked about it, Dwayne, just a second ago about attacking early, and I think that you're going to see that on both sides. Both pitchers here tonight, Chen and Archer, in the top 10 at percent of swings on the first pitch. You know, Chen throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to be a lot of guys go out there looking to attack him the first pitch out over the plate. And with Chris Archer, it's a completely different reason. You don't want to get to 2 strikes with Chris Archer because he'll wipe you out, so you got to attack him early.
2-2 now to Butler. And he is out on strikes. 2 up and 2 down, a ground ball and a strikeout.
Well, that's the combination against these right-handed hitters to look for here tonight. Is Wei-Yin Chen will throw the fastball in to set up the slider down and in. And that's what he picks up this strikeout with. He gets you thinking quick inside, and then all of a sudden drops the slider, and it's right beneath the swing.
Here's Evan Longoria. He takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. Longoria is 9 of 31 against Chen. Sends a high fly ball into right. It's Davis out there making the catch. And 1-2-3 go the Rays. Bottom of the first coming, no score. Back in Baltimore, bottom of the first inning. Here is the Baltimore lineup. Manny Machado leading off, and he's starting at shortstop. So a young man who many thought would play shortstop when he came up has been outstanding at third, but gets his first major league start at short. It'll be Parra in left, Jones in center, Davis, Wieters, and Clevenger down the middle. Clevenger the DH, Scope, Flaherty, and Joseph 7, 8, and 9.
Going up against the hard throwing right-hander Chris Archer, making his 28th start of the season, looking for that 12th win. Tremendous ERA at 2.88, opponent's average at just 2.13, and of course already talked about the strikeout numbers.
And the first pitch is a strike from Chris Archer. Fastball around 94. Two. Fastball up another tick and a little bit higher in the zone. 2 strikes.
Why not another inch or two? I mean, you've already walked him up the ladder already. Be the time to take a shot.
And it's fouled back, and he did.
He did.
That one 96, up even more, and he made contact.
Good. Now you drop the slider and out number 1.
And some interesting battles between Machado and Archer. Machado 6 of 10 against Chris. And that one a bit high.
That's one of those pitches, the right idea, didn't execute. Good slider down and away, probably ends this bat. But that one kind of hung up, stayed out of the zone.
And again, not the kind of slider that Archer's looking for, those two.
No, usually, Chris Archer out in front, the hand out in front over the top of the baseball, and that pitch starts at the thighs, ends at the ankles.
Down the right side and out of play. So what started as an 0-2 count, now 6 pitches in, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball center field. Kiermaier's going to go to the wall. He's going to have to leap. And that ball is caught by Kiermaier. Kiermaier robbing Machado of a home run for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Wow, what a catch by Kiermaier. Back to the wall and a leap, and that's out number 1. Wow.
I mean, he has his armpit up above the wall when the ball, this wasn't going to be a wall scraper. Look at this. The ups fully extended. That ball was going to clear by a bunch. What an unbelievable catch by Kevin Kiermaier. And the perfect timing on the jump, too.
Look at Archer.
He doesn't even, can't even understand what just happened.
No. He said, let me run that one through again.
Brain does not compute.
An unbelievable catch by Kiermaier in center field. Gerardo Parra, and the pitch to him is in there, a strike.
I mean, that's as good a catch as you'll see going up against the wall. You just can't get any higher.
Bunt, third base side, Longoria, bare hands in the throw, and another outstanding play by the Rays defense on the bunt attempt. Parra defended nicely there by Longoria on the barehanded pickup to get him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pepito made sure to pack the Rays defense here on this trip. Look at the height on the jump. Perfectly timed, unbelievable athleticism.
You will not see a better catch than that. Two gone. Here's Adam Jones. Pitch upstairs. Jones hitting .279. He has 24 home runs. Fouls it back. Jones, on the other hand, we talked about the Machado-Archer matchups. Jones is 2 for 20 off it.
We'll keep that going, and then maybe that catch by Kiermaier starts to cool Machado off.
Ground ball third. Longoria with a high throw and right over the head of Loney. And Jones reaches. So after the great play defending the bunt, Longoria charged with a throwing error here.
And you just don't ever see this. Longoria is so good with his throws, so accurate. And that one just sailed on him. Just one of those anomalies. It's going to happen once or twice a year.
So the inning continues with Jones aboard. And the hitter is going to be Chris Davis. Davis with 35 home runs and 92 runs batted in. Takes a strike at the knees.
Well, big numbers all around. Talked about him in the open, but he has been cold lately. Just a 189 average, 1 home run, 4 driven in his last 15 games.
Upstairs, 1-1. Rays went down in order. 2 outs and a runner at first in the first for Baltimore. Big cut and a miss. 1-2. Davis 4 out of 10 against Chris Archer. Archer's just 1-4 in his career against Baltimore, and his earned run average is over 5 against them. Now a 2-2 count. Fly ball back into left toward the corner. Butler into foul territory, and he runs that one down into the corner and had a little contact with the left field corner, making the catch on that one. Well, the Rays defense all over the place here in the first, including this one from Kiermaier to bring back the home run attempt by Machado. And as a result of that catch and the rest of the defense, no score at the end of an inning. this one. Boy, you talk about putting your face right in the middle of a play. He put it right in the corner there and tested that sidewall.
Well, and what hit first, there's not a lot of foul territory down there. It was the left knee. Both knees, actually. The left knee led, and you could see Butler right there showing it. He ran straight into that wall with that knee leading the way. Not a lot of padding. And you watch the left knee. It's going to lead the way right into, wow, that is a jar off that left leg.
Two-1 the count to Logan Forsythe.
And then just to add insult to injury, you get a taste of that padding too.
That's a strike. Well, the dimensions here, the height of the wall has as much to do with what happens here sometimes as the distance to the fence. The fence 7 feet high, and that's the one that Kiermaier went over to rob Machado of the home run. You go to right field, and it's 21 feet high with the scoreboard out there, but about 7 feet everywhere else. Into right center with some slice. That's going to be in there. Extra bases to the wall. Forsythe headed to second. Turns second on his way to third. He will make it. No play. 3 bases for Logan Forsythe.
Caused by the shallow angle taken by Adam Jones. I think the ball off the bat, Jones thought that he could get there and make the catch. So he's cutting straight across to try to make the play. Once it gets by him, it's got time to roll, and that gives Forsythe time to get into third base. See, he takes that straight across angle. And that's when you start to sniff third base. No let up.
Logan came into the game hitting .318 in his career off the left-hander chin, has a triple. And here's Asdrubal Cabrera. Cabrera on the ground to third. Flaherty makes the throw to first. Cabrera is another interesting situation in this matchup. Coming in, Cabrera is 0 for 11, now 0 for 12 in his career against Chin. But he's been hitting so well against left-handed pitching since the middle of June, almost 400, that he was in there tonight against Chin.
Well, the way that he's swinging the bat from both sides, obviously the defense that he's going to give you out there at shortstop.
Now Tim Beckham, the DH. Rays trying to get the run home from third. Up the right side, foul, out of play.
Well, and you can do it without the benefit of a hit, because Wei-Yin Chen is the best of all starting pitchers with runners in scoring position. The batting average against him is 160. It goes down even further if he gets to 2 outs with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that's almost 100 points under what hitters are normally against him.
I mean, you talk about bearing down and making big pitches when you need to. But still, runner at third, nobody out, no excuse he doesn't get in.
Pitch in, a little check swing, foul ball.
Well, he's trying to get Tim Beckham to chase either the swing and a miss for the strikeout, or if you do hit that pitch that he tucks it that far in, if you do hit it, it's off the handle. It's not going to be deep enough to score the run, you would think. A jam shot. But now is when you might get that slider down and in. The fastball in, the slider down and in. They're going to go away, though.
And that will get the job done into center field. Going to be caught by Jones. Tag and the throw to the plate. He is safe. Jones, Gold Glover out there. They made it close. Beckham on the sacrifice fly gets the run home.
And when Jones was going to catch that, Dwayne, he was leaning. Obviously having to come in now. He's not the easiest of getting the ball out of the glove. And then it short hops Caleb Joseph. That's just too tough of a hop right there to handle. You got to get it out. He leads this team in outfield assists. Good strong throw, but a tough hop.
And a good at bat for Beckham to get it done. Down 0-2.
Well, Chen did him a favor there going away. I mean, that's the 2 strikes after a pitch up and in. You're thinking, okay, he's going to go out away. Let me look out there and just put it into play.
A strike on a first pitch fastball to Loney. James Loney has a career home run off Chen, 6 of 19 against him. Ground ball right side. Scope has it. And the throw to first will end the top of the first. Rays convert on the leadoff triple for a run and lead 1-0.
Well, the Rays do indeed get that run in, and as we head into the bottom of the second inning, they lead it 1-0. Let's look at that Rays defense brought to you by BMW. In the outfield left to right, we have Butler, Kiermaier, and Geyer. And across the infield third to first, Longoria, Cabrera, Forsythe, and Loney, with Rene Rivera once again behind the plate.
Matt Wieters about to lead off the bottom of the second inning for Baltimore. Chris Archer on the hill with a 1-0 lead. And there's a first pitch strike. Wieters starting the night at 262, 243 from the left side. A little tapper foul. 0-2.
We should keep a little counter up in the corner and count the changeups tonight by Archer. So often fastball, slider, and he doesn't care. I mean, he feels so confident in those 2 pitches that he feels like he can take down any lineup. But you may see a few more changeups here tonight.
Inside off the plate. 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
I'm going to draw a line, Dwayne, on the telestrator about a third of the way in on the right-hand side and just start marking them. I will not get in the complete way of the broadcast, but that way we can keep track.
Hey, there's a swing and a miss. It'll be the first strikeout of the night.
the bad slider. The slider that it leaves your hand and you're upset with yourself because you know it's going to be up and out of the zone, and then all of a sudden the hitter swings and misses at it, and you're like, well, thank you.
Well, he's still looking for that really good slider of his.
Yes. And you know what? That's all release point. Right now, he's releasing that pitch a hair early. Okay, hold on.
Here. Swings and misses. Stays away. Off the plate again. It's 1-1 now. It's 2 balls and a strike. It's in there. 2-2. It's the first fastball in this sequence. On deck, Jonathan Schoop. Ground ball. Forsythe right there for it. 2 gone. Two up, 2 down on a strikeout and a ground out. Jonathan Schoop, the second baseman. Schoop lays off the slider. 1-0. Schoop just 23 years old, hit .209 last year, and did show some power with 16 home runs. And his average up this year, .287 coming in with 10 home runs, and he does have big time power.
And these are the counts that you'll turn it loose in too. Yep.
And a miss, 2-1.
Well, here's the thing. It's not only the count, but it's how Chris Archer got there. You know, it was 2 sliders to start out. So 2-0 after seeing 2 sliders, you know you're getting the heater. And he was actually out in front a little too quick on 96. How anxious he was to swing that bat.
This one driven into right center field. Geyer will have to play it off the wall. Schoop's on his way to second and has himself a double.
Well, he waited back a little bit longer on that one and went into right center field with authority. I mean, another foot or two, and this ball is going to get out for a home run. This ball well struck, another fastball. Let it get into the zone and then power it out into right center field. That was close, really close.
Ryan Flaherty's playing third base tonight. Which is a ball.
We'll start it next half inning.
Okay.
We'll tally it up in between innings, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw on that. And I'm just going to start keeping track because I think it's 4 or 5 now.
Down 2-1.
You know, Dwayne, this use of the changeup, increased use of the changeup here by Archer early, probably goes back to what you were talking about. His numbers against the Orioles. You know, they've seen him with the fastball, the slider. They've had success against him, so you tweak the game plan just a little bit.
Yeah, normally that changeup shows up 5 or 6% of the time. He did go through a stretch where he got it up to about 10 or 11%, but overall. You see his numbers there.
So you go back and you look. Why? I'm too good of a pitcher to have numbers like that against anybody. And you start to make the adjustment then.
2-2.
That's why you know long term those numbers will start to come back in to the fold, come back into the norm. He's not going to stay a 5.5 ERA against the Orioles. Too good for that.
Two. It's low to run the count full. 2-2 slider there. So the count is full with Scope at second and 2 outs.
There's been a lot of off speed here to Flaherty. The change-ups, the breaking balls. And with Chris Archer, you just don't know. Full count, you may see that slider again. You could get anything right here.
And it's down. So he did go with that slider and walks him.
Well, early we saw the slider. He was leaving it up because he was releasing it a hair too early. So now in making the adjustment, you're starting to see the slope of the slider the way you want it, but he's holding onto it just a hair longer, and now he's getting it down into the dirt, trying to make that adjustment and find that proper release point to get that pitch where he wants it.
And this is one of those cases where you get a guy who's so talented with the kind of stuff he does. Sometimes it'll take him an inning or two, but when he finds it, then he becomes himself again. That's what the Rays are hoping. Caleb Joseph takes a fastball away off the plate. 1-0. Nothing. Fastball and a slider and 2 misses. You can see right there, more pitches out of the zone than in.
A rarity. And so you know that if you're sitting down there in that Baltimore dugout, they're saying he's ripe for the picking right now, and you don't want him to find it.
3-0.
These are the instances, really the only time you see Chris Archer get into real trouble is when he's hurting himself. Tough to string together 2, 3, 4 hits against him. Usually need some help.
And a strike taken. 3-1. With 2 outs, Scope doubled, Flaherty walked. Joseph fouls it back, another fastball, and now the count is full. .25 pitch inning for Archer in the second. It's a good pitch here to get out of it, make it a scoreless inning. Runners go. The pitch lifted into center. Kiermaier is there for it to make the catch. So we're through 2, and the Rays lead 1-0.
One of the best defensive plays of the year turned in by Kevin Kiermaier. We asked him before the game about playing with a lower wall here at Camden Yards and if he looks forward to the possibility of robbing someone of a home run.
This is that low wall where you kind of can get way over it and make you look like you jumped even higher. So, a lot of walls in the outfield don't allow, our wall is high up there. I have to try to climb that, but this one you can actually just jump for and, try to make it interesting. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully our pitchers just, let me make the routine plays. But if I have to go back there and try to jump and take one away, I'd love to do it.
Mission accomplished. Kevin Cash said before the game when asked if Kiermaier had his vote for the Gold Glove, he said he is the best defensive center fielder in the American League, and there's not even a close second, guys.
Yeah, and that question courtesy of the old soothsayer Todd Callis there. What a prescient question and conversation that was with Kiermaier.
You're not kidding. And from our vantage point up here, you could see where Todd was during that hit, and when it was done, he high-fived himself. And I don't blame him. I'd have done the same.
And a foul-tip strikeout, so Kiermaier's out to start the third inning. Yeah, that's the highlight of the road trip, and I'm going to say that I'm not sure any of us will top that. Right out of the bat, Todd Callis to the mountaintop with that question, and boy, minutes later it paid off.
I mean, how about that? You win the road trip in the third inning of the first game of a 10-day road trip.
Well, Todd's just going to cruise the rest of the trip, and he is the winner.
He wasn't on the last trip, and boy, did he come out steaming tonight.
He did.
Steaming that he wasn't on the trip, number one, and then steaming in content, number two.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
We're going to talk about it later at the Joyce.
Big celebration over there, and the way he comes out, takes the lead, never looks back.
That's where we have our meetings, our production meetings, and so we fire up the troops.
Yep. Well, Rivera's out on 3 pitches, back-to-back strikeouts here by Wei-Yin Chen, and he's making quick work here of the Rays. Kiermaier and Rivera both out on strikes in succession.
He has the ability to do that. He doesn't blow you away with stuff. He doesn't strike you out with stuff, but with precision. And he is more than capable.
There's another strike here to Geyer. It's a ball. It's 1-1. It's fouled right back. Two up, 2 down, 1-2 the count to Geyer. 2-2. Rays got the run on the triple by Forsythe, and a 1-out sacrifice fly by Beckham in the second. Joey Butler there on deck, and now the count is full. Popped up right side into foul territory. That's Wieters. And he makes the catch. 1, 2, 3, third for Chen. Through 2.5, 1-0 Rays. Field here for the Rays. And Brandon Guyer is going to move into center field. Kevin Kiermaier has left this game after hitting in the top of the third. And we'll take a look at an awkward swing during that at bat here.
Well, Dwayne, I will tell you this. After he made that catch out in center field, he was messing with that ankle out there. A number of times as the camera went back to him out there, he was bent over messing with that right ankle. So you wonder if on that jump coming back down, obviously something happened to get him out of this game.
Yep. First pitch is a strike to Machado. Machado, the leadoff man in the lineup and in the inning here in the third. That'll play up the right side. So Nava goes into the lineup for the Rays in the 8th spot, playing right field, and Guyer moves over from right to center. One and two. Let's take a look at him in the outfield as well.
You could see after he had, just testing it out, something didn't feel right, and you could see he did that a number of times in that first inning after the catch. And that's the thing too with Kiermaier. With his thumb as banged up as it is, and he wants to be out there all the time, for him to come out of a game, something is not feeling right, because he is a tough guy who wants to play every inning of every game.
Yeah, you're right about that. He throws his body all around. And played through that thumb injury. And he even says now that by essentially cutting down his swing and his approach, that may have been a blessing in disguise, because he has gone on some kind of run here for the month of August. And it's noticeable in his approach and his swing.
It didn't take long to really notice that. You're right. And it was after the thumb injury, a game or two later, some of his swings and hitting the ball back up the middle, you're like, he's toned things down a little bit. And boy, the results certainly haven't been toned down.
Porterfield there with Kevin Cash updating the manager. There's a base hit driven to the left of Cabrera. Machado will make a turn there at first, an aggressive turn, but he hangs on. A leadoff single.
But he just sees the ball so well off of Chris Archer. He takes the tough sliders, and he's been all over the fastballs. Look at him right on this thing. It wasn't Chris's best effort, that ball up and out over the plate, but regardless, Machado swinging the bat well off of a tough starter, and Chris Archer not too happy about the result of that.
Well, you can see it on Archer's face. He does not have his best stuff yet, hoping that it will click and all come together. Here's Parra. That's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Parra tried to bunt his way on in the first inning, hitting .239 in a Baltimore uniform. Had hit .300 over in the National League before coming over here. It's a foul ball, 0-2.
Well, he was the one move that the Orioles made. Talk about the Yankees kind of stood pat. Toronto went crazy. Orioles bring in Parra. Not many faces change on this Orioles team. You can see them enough over the last couple of years, and it's the same group of guys.
Ground ball second, Forsythe. Cabrera one, and no throw back to first. Machado right there on Cabrera. No chance for Asdrubal to complete that double play.
Off the end of the bat, not hard hit. Machado, we already saw the big turn on the base hit, so he's itchy on the base pass and looking to break this double play up, and does a nice job of it. I mean, bearing down on Cabrera.
That's the way to do it. It's a good, clean play, an aggressive play right there.
Yeah, you go low, not too late, so a guy can't step into the throw.
Here's Adam Jones. He reached on the throwing error by Longoria in the first. It's low, covered by Rivera.
Well, that's one of the things that you typically don't have to worry about with this Orioles team is the running game. I mean, outside of Manny Machado, 16 out of 22, and then the next highest on this team is 3 in the stolen base department. They are a station-to-station team.
It's 2-0. You wonder, as this game progresses, the recent reputation of Laz Diaz is that he will give a hitter a break. He used to be exactly the opposite, but if you've got a pitcher out there who's not as sharp as he would like to be, he may not get a borderline call or a call that he'd like to see a strike if he's not as consistent as he normally is. There's this one way up and in.
And that really was the norm. I mean, if you show good command and you're always around the spot that you want to throw the pitch to, you get that benefit of the doubt. If your command is inconsistent and you're missing wildly, yeah, borderline pitch, do not even expect it to go your way.
3-1 now. And interesting, there's more and more information available on umpires, and the trends, and the recent trend for Diaz has been not much on the corners for pitchers. But there's one not close to any corner, and it's ball 4. And there was a time earlier in his career when he had what was considered a pretty large strike zone for pitchers. But in recent seasons, that seems to have disappeared.
And that's weird to me. You know, usually your style of umpiring is your style of umpiring. And even though that you may hone that strike zone in because you're being graded now on it, and you know, there's obviously checks and balances in place, you still, if you're a guy that looks to call strikes, you would think that you would stay that way. That you wouldn't just make that complete drastic turnaround.
There's Chris Davis. That's a nice play back at first, out there, back to first, not in time for the double play, but a nice grab by Loney on the ball hit by Davis, back of the bag at first, inside the line. So they get Jones. Davis reaches on a fielder's choice, and Kevin Cash waiting for a moment to get a read, and he's going to say no, the play is fine the way it was called.
I mean, that wasn't even close. Certainly Chris Davis beat it. You know what's amazing to me all the time is James Loney, when he fields those balls, how quickly he gets it out to second base. And by the way, you're backhanding a ball on the first base line and having to throw with a runner, you got to avoid the runner and get that ball to Cabrera out at shortstop.
You know, number one, he has a strong arm. Number two, he was scouted as a pitcher, as an amateur. Was he going to be a pitcher or a position player? And we see that good arm in situations like that. So you understand why scouts would be interested in his arm.
I just like that, and for me, it's just the accuracy of it, almost like a quarterback. I mean, you've got interference, you've got to avoid the runner, you've got to throw it to the other side of the bag from your knees, just about. I thought you were going to say that he was scouted as a quarterback. That makes sense to me. Watch this. I mean, watch how quickly he gets rid of this thing. Okay, runner going, doesn't even look, just puts it in the spot. Well, we know who to bring in a late inning situation.
That's right. Well, there aren't many first basemen. I can't think of any right off the top of my head who would consistently make that play. And he does all the time. He comes up looking there first with the intent, not just to look, but with the intention of making a play. Foul back, 1-1.
How many first basemen field that ball and then they look at second and they make sure, where do I want to throw this? He does not hesitate.
Yep.
He knows where he wants to go with the ball. and he gets rid of it so quickly and accurately, and just unlike most first basemen you'll find.
Two and one. Men on the corners, 2 outs. This has not been an easy first 3 for Archer. Reader's fouled a pretty good pitch for him to hit, and takes this one for a strike. 2-2, a fastball.
Well, you've had a pitcher that's been struggling with command, has thrown some pitches out over the plate, and to this point, the Orioles have nothing to show for it. 1 pitch away from getting out of this.
And a foul ball. He just got a little piece of that one. So Rivera taking a little shot there on this foul ball.
And Laz Diaz smartly heading out to Chris Archer with a new baseball, giving Rivera some time to recover from that.
But there has to be a kinsmanship between plate umpires and catchers, because they both consistently take a beating back there. It's really amazing that they last as long as they do. Foul. Diaz, tough anyway. He spent time in the Marine Corps reserves. He's tough, and that's also another reason that you don't really want to disagree with him a lot. He played some minor league baseball in the Twins system, in the low minors. 2-2 again. Pop to the left side. Longoria's after it. And he's got it to retire the side. 2 men left for Baltimore. We go to the 4th. 1-0 Rays. It's brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Outback Steakhouse curbside takeaway. Making your steak come to you has never been easier. Order online at Outback.com. And by Morgan Auto Group. Megan Morgan, we make it happen. Here we go for Baltimore on to the 4th inning. It's a 1-0 Rays lead. Joey Butler leads off. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Butler made that great play in the left field corner on the foul ball by Chris Davis to end the first. Struck out on a slider in the first. And a cut and a miss. He's behind Chin. Chin, by the way, has faced 11 hitters. He is 11 of 11 in first pitch strikes. And through the first 3 innings, made 34 pitches, 27 strikes, 7 pitches out of the zone.
Yeah, and you start to wonder, too many strikes. Think about the 0-2 pitch to Beckham. You know, he had been pounding him in. He throws a fastball that's out over the plate, away from him in an 0-2 count. Too hittable of a pitch, and that cost him the run.
It's the only run of this game so far.
I mean, you had a runner at third base in an 0-2 count. You want to get a guy to chase. You need a strikeout there, and he just threw your standard run-of-the-mill fastball away and let him hit that ball into center field.
Right back to the mound, and Butler is out. Chin to Wieters.
Well, this is the one guy that's been getting it done. You go back to August the 10th. How about Wei-Yin Chen? 3-0, 2-4-2. The rest of the starting pitchers for the Orioles, it has not been pretty.
Yeah, it's been a tough stretch here for Baltimore over the last week and a half to 2 weeks. Now Evan Longoria down to third, scooped by Flaherty, and his throw is in time. On the short hop to his left, Flaherty makes the play.
Well, pitch him in and play him to pull, and Flaherty, soft hands. Now you got to complete it with the throw right on the money to Wieters. Well, you talk about that stretch they've been on, Dwayne. It's been a complete team meltdown. I mean, they've lost 10 of their last 11. They're getting outscored basically 2-1. Made twice as many errors as the opposition. The team ERA's over 5.5. I mean, it's been up and down. This squad, they've really come apart here.
Logan Forsythe takes a strike. Our Toyota trend reflects how difficult a time it has been for the Baltimore Orioles. They've lost their last 4. There's a cut and a miss, and it stretches way beyond that.
2 weeks ago, this was a team that was a lock for the playoffs, but not after a run like this. They've actually fallen behind the Rays into 4th place now in the American League East.
Well, you see the run production, 2.7 runs per game. Yeah, they've still averaged over 4.3 runs for the year with that stretch in the mix.
Well, their production so predicated on the long ball.
There's a base hit into center field. A 2-out single into left center for Forsythe. He has both hits for the Rays.
This team designed to score runs by hitting home runs. And in that stretch, they have 9 home runs, but 5 of them came in one game. So if they're not hitting the ball out of the yard, they're not scoring.
Pitch up to Asdrubal Cabrera. Went out third to first, his first time. It's 1-1. He's the first hitter Chin has not delivered a first pitch strike on. So he went 13 before he faced the 14th hitter that he did not get ahead in the count on. Long drive down the left field line. That ball is out of here. Home run, a 2-run shot for Cabrera, and now the Rays lead 3-0. For Asdrubal Cabrera, his first hit ever off Wei-Yin Chen, and it's a 2-run home run to make it 3-0.
This is why you never give up on an inning. Looked like it was going to be a quick inning for Chen, a 2-out hit by Forsythe, a mistake to Cabrera, and all of a sudden 3-0 Rays. Boy, right down the middle, above the belt. And Cabrera, you know, you didn't even have to check this ball. As soon as it left the bat and you saw Cabrera put his head down, he knew it was gone, way gone.
It's number 10 for Cabrera this year. Boy, since coming off the disabled list, he's hit right-handed, he's hit left-handed, and just unloaded a 2-run home run off Wei-Yin Chen. Two 2-0 to Beckham. Two and one. Beckham drove in the initial run of the night with a sacrifice fly. It's out of play, 2-2. Hot shot down to third off the glove of Flaherty. Rolling across the line, retrieved by Machado. Boy, he hit that ball hard. That's going to be a base hit for Beckham.
Well, the inning started off a nice play by Flaherty against Longoria. Actually, that was the second out. This one eats him up, and it was just because that ball was absolutely spun on and scorched by Tim Beckham.
Now that falls under the category too hot to handle down there at third for a base hit. I think that's in the scorer's rules. Too hot to handle. That one was.
Yes, it was.
103.3 off the bat. Beckham aboard for James Loney. One and 0. Rays now with 3 consecutive hits, 4 in the game. They have 3 runs. There's a base hit lined into center field. Beckham makes a turn and decides to hang on. He turned and saw that Jones had gotten to that ball and decided to put on the brakes.
Yeah, you got to be careful, because if Jones throws that ball in behind Beckham, they get him. There was no way that you're going to challenge Adam Jones going to third base, but you get yourself so far off at second that a throw behind you would have nailed you. Now, I think that too many strikes right now catching up to Chen. The Rays are starting to take aim. Obviously running with 2 outs on contact. Don't even think about it. He throws behind you, could be in some trouble.
So a visit by Dave Wallace after 4 consecutive hits for the Rays. Daniel Nava, who's hitting in Kiermaier's spot. So Nava will get into this game against Chen, against whom he is 7 of 6 lifetime with a home run. It's a fastball up for a strike. Foul the other way. Breaking ball. And it's 0-2. Only first, Beckham at second. And a cut and a miss. Nava out on the high fastball, out on strikes. But the Rays get 2 runs in the inning on a long home run to left by Asdrubal Cabrera. Bottom of the 4th coming. It's 3-0 Tampa Bay. The bottom of the 4th inning. Display your love for DJ Kitty and the Rays in your home or on the road with the DJ Kitty plush window cling presented by Tradewinds Island Resorts. All fans receive the DJ Kitty giveaway while supplies last Saturday, September 12th, when the Rays take on the Red Sox. For tickets, call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. First pitch here in the bottom of the 4th to Steve Clevenger. He's outside, a fastball. Clevenger, then Scope and Flaherty. Well, Archer, 46 pitches. We'll take that back. There's a foul ball back. 43 pitches through the first 2. Up to 68 pitches now. And he's 1-1 with Clevenger. So he has a couple 20-plus pitch innings. Fly ball to left. Butler's going to have to go back. He gets turned around and drops it out there. And into second base goes Clevenger. Well, he was turned around completely in left field. And after all that, had it in the glove but couldn't hold it.
Yeah, I mean, that was going wrong from the very beginning. As you see him right here. Now you got to turn around and find it. He does. He moves over. And that ball never got into the webbing. Watch it hit like the palm and just squirts out of the end of the glove.
It's his first error of the year. And it puts Clevenger at second to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Jonathan Scope having a little difficulty with his batting glove, and Laz Diaz giving him a little instruction as to how to actually put that on his left hand.
I mean, what could possibly be going wrong there? They're pretty simple to use.
Insert hand, fingers, pull up.
Easy enough that they don't even come with an instruction manual.
And put the strap on.
Yep. Well, you got to do that every pitch, though.
Jonathan Scope. Pitch is down. I hope his shoelace doesn't come untied. That might be an issue. We don't know. They're well covered.
I don't know if I could play today. I mean, with the slacks look.
Yeah, there's a little chop to third. That is a foul ball. Laz Diaz making the call. So the count is 1-1. Yeah, I get you on that.
I would have to go with the Archer look. The Archer look, that's it.
I really like the Archer look.
Yeah.
That's.
But I mean, the pants, the long pants, George Hendrick, big part of that.
Yeah.
But then you went to the long pants, and people said, you know what, let's just take the elastic out and make them into slacks. And that's where we're at now.
And how much of a crease do you want right there when it hits the shoe? Apparently a lot.
Yeah. More than just typically the one crease, you would get with dress pants. These are a little baggier, a little hipster.
Now 1 of 2 on scope. So now we're fashion critics.
Well,
right?
It's the evolution of the uniform.
Yeah.
You go back and see how the uniform's been worn through the eras, and this is the new one.
Yeah. Well, they beat the Bermuda shorts look of uniform that the White Sox had for a short time.
I mean, who comes up with that? With the butterfly open collar.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Scope reaching for that one. The slider picks up the strikeout.
In shorts. You slide in this game.
One would hope that you would slide, but boy, that's an incentive not to.
How many outs did they run into before they decided to go to pants?
Yeah.
Or you tear up your leg.
Ryan Flaherty. The pitch is a strike. And on top of that, players actually had their photographs taken wearing those things. The tops and the shorts.
We have evidence.
We do. 0-2.
That is one of the other things, and it's not as prevalent as the slacks pants, but we saw it in the Kansas City series. Paulo Orlando, to tuck your ears into the hat look.
Yeah.
Don't get that one either.
No. Strike call. Now Flaherty's out on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts here. Couple of sliders, one swinging, one looking. 2 gone after the error.
Well, this is coming back. Sometimes your teammates pick you up with a great defensive play. This right now is Chris Archer picking up his teammate in Joey Butler. A 2-base error to start this inning. And he said, that's fine. I got it. Punch out, punch out. See if he can finish.
Butler ran into the left field corner, put a knee and a nose into the wall out there for him. That was back in the first inning on the foul ball by Chris Davis.
It's people helping people, Dwayne.
I'm going to have to take a moment. 1-0 the count here on Caleb Joseph. Foul out of play. Clevenger at second, 2 gone. It's wide. 2-1. Strike on the fastball. 2-2 now to the Baltimore catcher.
And we're starting to see Chris Archer get into that rhythm where he's getting his pitches where he wants them. This is when he becomes very dangerous.
And this time Joseph lays off a slider. It's a full count.
How do you take that? I mean, how do you take it? He throws that slider, starts at middle of the plate, just above the knees. And you take it. Good for you, I guess.
(3-2), and that is ball 4. So he misses with a fastball. 2 men on with 2 men out. We'll go to the top of the order. Playing fantasy, MLB.TV serves up real-time highlights and pitch tracking info on your out-of-market fantasy players, live or on demand on over 400 devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply at MLB.TV today. Here we are in the 4th inning. Archer's facing Manny Machado for the 3rd time. This is why you really wanted to get Caleb Joseph. Lays off the first pitch. A fastball 1-0. Boy, you're right. Last time when Machado was up, we talked about how well he must see the ball against Archer. He took a pretty good pitch right there and did not offer. That's a cut and a miss.
Well, think about his night so far. He should be 2 for 2 with a home run. It wasn't for Kevin Kiermaier with a ridiculous rob in center. That was off of a slider. Last hit was off of a fastball.
And a cut and a miss again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So with the slider, he's now ahead of him.
2 A+ sliders, keeping him on the plate in the zone until the last minute, and then dive bomb right out of there.
Archer taking a little time behind the mound. Machado this year came in hitting .289 and .295 with men in scoring position. One thing most of the year the Orioles have done well. The little tap, barehanded pickup, a slide, and the throw to first not in time. Archer lost his footing, still picked it up and threw a strike, but not in time. And Machado with an infield hit.
Boy, just that little slip. Kevin Cash out to take a look and see just how close this play is down at first base, but it was that little slip that gave Machado the time to get there. Right here. Looks like everything's in order. Glove goes to the turf. Now you got to recover, step, throw, and he absolutely did beat it out.
So the bases are going to be loaded with 2 outs. Gerardo Parra will be the hitter. Foul on the play. Parra came over right at the end of July. Came over from Milwaukee. One and one. Pitch a little bit wide. He's extending the lead in the top of the inning to 3. Big 2-out bases loaded threat in the bottom of the 4th by Baltimore. Foul back. Out of play it goes. Mid-90s fastball runs the count to 1-2. There's Clevenger at 3rd. Joseph at 2nd, and Machado's at 1st.
You know, when you turn around and look to see how your defense is lined up and you see lots and lots of white jerseys, you will dial that heater up. You realize what's at stake here.
Down and in. 2-2. Take a look at this slider.
He tried to snap one off, get a chase. I'll tell you, I don't know how these Oriole hitters, there's been some nasty sliders in some good spots that they have just spit on.
Just a little piece of that one foul. So it's still 2-2. Another slider.
You know, that always I find amusing. Parra takes the slider for a ball, and then the very next pitch, he swings at the very same pitch. It was the same pitch, same spot.
Time granted by Laz Diaz. Parra stepping out. Two. Got him. Struck him out. Back with a slider. Orioles lead. The bases loaded. Archer picks up the strikeout to end the threat. We're headed into the 5th inning. The Rays continue to hold a 3-0 lead, and there's the strikeout pitch. Rays lead. It's a 3-0 ball game. On to the 5th inning we go, and it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag #SSDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Rays fans here just back of the dugout in Oriole Park. Rene Rivera leads off the 5th. Strike one. 4 strikeouts on the night for Chen. The Rays have 3 runs and 5 hits off him. One to count to Rivera. Then the top of the order, Brandon Guyer and Joey Butler. There's a line drive, and it's fair. Bounding down into the corner. Rivera is on his way to second. Parra with the pickup on the double. Number 14 for Rivera this year. So Rivera's aboard, and here's Brandon Guyer. Tonight's great moment in Rays history, presented by Geico on September 17th, 2009. Well, it wasn't 2009, but it was his first big league home run. And it came right here in Baltimore on May 6, 2011, when he homered off the lefty Zach Britton.
Not easy to do with that turbo sinker.
Not with that sinker. So here's Guyer now trying to bunt To get a man over to third.
What's he doing? We just highlighted the home run here, and he's going for the bunt. He must not know that this was the inning we were going to do that.
Yeah.
You highlight the home run, you swing for it.
Yeah, you want to pay off the moment.
Right. You know, Brandon Guyer a little more savvy than that. He's trying to move a runner here into scoring position, playing small ball. I think this is I think this is one of those opportunities. You know, we see the Rays aggressive on the base paths when they get the lead. Be the same way as a lineup with the lead. You got a runner in scoring position already. You've got a 3-run lead. Play for the big inning.
Yeah.
Try to blow this game open.
Yeah. And when you break down, he has 6 home runs, 5 of those off left-handed pitchers. He's facing Chen, who's given up a home run tonight and 25 on the year.
I mean, the difference from 3 to 4, okay. You'd like to, you know, get that 4th run, but go for it. I mean, swing the bat, and who knows? Maybe you can put up a crooked number and get Chen out of the game.
And here's the other thing. 25 homers, 17 of them in this ballpark. Upstairs. And to further make the point, 22 of the home runs he's given up have been to right-handed hitters. So it's all there.
I'm going to take the headset off and just start yelling down to him. I think you could hear me.
Ground ball headed up the middle. There's a base hit into center. They're going to stop Rivera. So he hits his way aboard right there, picking up his first hit of the night. First and third with nobody out.
Well, here you go. Swing the bat, find a hole. Now you got first and third with nobody. And you're not even going to think about sending Rivera here with Adam Jones closing ground. You got a tremendous arm.
Now Joey Butler. The Rays putting up a threat again in the 5th.
This is what this team does against lefties. It's pretty uncanny. And it doesn't really matter who the lefty is. You know, Chris Sale, okay, we'll take it to him too. I mean, this team a lot of confidence against lefties.
Brad Brock up in the bullpen now for Baltimore. Broken bat, ground ball. Machado goes to second out there. Out at first. The Rays get a run on the double play. It's now a 4-run lead for the Rays. 6-4-3 on the broken bat double play, but it gets the run home.
Third baseman, number 3.
Well, that's the advantage of having a guy at third with nobody out.
Yes, well, that's exactly right. You know, just keep the pressure on. That's what this Rays offense has been able to do. Now, the Baltimore offense has kept the pressure on Chris Archer. The problem is he has really knuckled down with runners in scoring position and held them off the scoreboard thus far. Makes a big difference in the game. And here's the thing. I believe, well, no, they have one. The Rays, the 4 runs off Chen, and I was going to say no hits with runners in scoring position. They do have one, but it didn't score the run. So he's still good in that category.
High fly ball into left. Towering fly ball. Will it have enough to get out? Far into the wall. Gone. Home run for Evan Longoria. His 15th of the year. 364 to the marker back there in left center field. And that one had enough height and enough distance to get out of here to make it 5-0.
Boy, the ball carrying here, benefit hitter. It's short out here in the gap anyway, and then this is a towering shot. Straight up, I thought this was going to be a routine fly ball to left field. But you watch Parra, and he keeps drifting and drifting and drifting and runs out of room.
Well, Logan Forsythe, he's 2 for 2 tonight. 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Well, the Rays got a run on the double play ball and another run on the home run by Evan Longoria. 2 home runs tonight for the Rays. Headed to the stands, just out of play. And it's 2-2. Two the count to Logan. Picked up his second triple of the year in the second, a base hit in the fourth, and has scored both times. It's a bit inside. Fastball, and the count is full. It's out of play. And we'll see another 3-2 pitch. Shot to right field. That's going to send Davis back to the track. He'll leap and not corral this one. Forsythe on his way to second. So he has himself a double. An opposite field double here for Forsythe. So he has a triple, single, and a double. And Buck Showalter comes out of the dugout here for Baltimore. So the Orioles have a pitching change coming, and we'll be right back.
Did have one of the phenomenal plays of the year turned in, maybe of all time, by Kevin Kiermaier in the first inning. In that process, unfortunately, Kiermaier injured his ankle. We're getting a report from the Rays clubhouse as we see Kiermaier robbing Manny Machado of this home run, going high over the wall in center field. Guys, he landed with all his weight on that right ankle. And they did some x-rays here after he left the game, and they were negative, which is good news. He has a mild right ankle sprain, so that's why he left the game. Back to you.
All right, thanks for that update to clarify that situation. It was one of the great plays of the year, and beyond that, an outstanding play by Kiermaier to prevent the home run. Brock, the new pitcher, and the first pitch, Cabrera rolls it to Wieters. The toss to the pitcher covering, retires the side, but the Rays get 2 runs in the inning, one coming on Evan Longoria's home run, 15th of the year for Evan, and the Rays lead 5-0. Sun Sports is brought to you by Checkers. Epic meals, epic deals. Grow Financial. Don't go through life. Grow through life. And Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Rays have built a 5-0 lead moving into the bottom of the 5th. Adam Jones takes a strike. To the bottom of the 5th. Underway, 1 strike with Davis next, and then Wieters. Big cut and a miss by Jones. 0-2. By the way, with that double by Forsythe, he now has 3 of the 4 hits needed for the cycle. So he needs a home run, and he's going to for sure get 1 more at bat. If they get a couple men on base, he's got a chance for a couple more at bats here. So let's see how that plays out. A little tapper foul. Still 2 strikes here to Jones.
You know, and here's the question that you would ask him, and you wonder if you would get the real answer. First of all, do you know that you've got a double, a triple, and a single? Probably. So you've got a 5-run lead. Are you going for it? I mean, right? Swing for the fences?
Well, the great thing about this part, you know, if you hit the ball well, it's got a good chance to get out.
We saw that already with, well, think about the Evan home run. That ball looked like it was going to be a routine fly ball to left.
There's a ball to Adam Jones. It's 1-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Tried to check, and on the appeal to first, he is out on strikes. Number 5 for Archer.
Boy, I tell you what, he did go a little bit too far, but on the appeal, Chris Guccione looked like he wanted to fight somebody. I mean, they went out to him, and he threw a right hand and then turned to look at Kirby down there at first base, the Baltimore first base coach, like, you want some of this? I don't think you do. He was pretty aggressive with that call. Wayne Kirby, like, just leave me alone.
I'm just coaching first.
Yeah.
I don't want no trouble.
Man.
1 strike the count to Chris Davis here. Oh, 2. Will be pitch number 100 for Archer. A ball and 2 strikes.
You remember the early in the season, the Kansas City Royals, with all the bench clearing issues that they had, a little chip on their shoulder?
Yeah.
They brought in some muscle.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, they're going to dial it up here over the next 5 weeks and maybe get into a few more because they got the right guy for it.
2-2.
Our old buddy, Johnny Gomes.
Gomes
to the Royals. Think about that.
Yes, they did. They got the right guy. There's a cut and a miss. And so, 2nd consecutive strikeout in this inning, 3rd in a row. You got Parra to end the 4th now. Jones and Davis. 1-2 here in the 5th.
Backdoor breaking ball, the ability to use that thing on both sides of the plate, and then a little housekeeping there. Evan Longoria helping get some of that dirt out of the. You see, you can't use your pitching hand. That thing's delicate. That's a.
I'll say this about the Kansas City acquisition.
Yeah,
they got the guy who has no problem climbing on top of the turnbuckle and letting it fly.
No. my last pitch thrown in professional baseball was that bench clearing brawl we had with the New York Yankees in spring training. And that was a Johnny Gomes special coming in from right field with a double forearm to the back of Shelley Duncan's neck. So saw it firsthand.
It's now 1-1. He does that. He doesn't even have to put on special tights and a cape.
Not even to say the guys that he'll tune up when the game's over, too. A little something light after the game and get lippy, and
yeah,
it may go down there, too.
Well, they're serious now. The Royals are serious.
Really are.
2-2 the count on Wieters. High fly ball. Cutting across, Geyer on the track is there to make the catch. 1, 2, 3. We're through 5. It's 5-0 Tampa Bay. Rays have built a 5-0 lead as Jubal Cabrera gave the Rays a couple runs with one swing of the bat in the 4th inning after they had scored a run in the 2nd. Evan Longoria followed suit in the 5th with a home run. And Chris Archer, who struggled a bit in the first 2 or 3 innings, showing signs of settling in here to the last 3 or 4 hitters.
Yeah, he's pitched around 3 hits, 3 walks, a couple of errors, and he's held this team off the scoreboard and let his offense continue to tack on.
And here's Tim Beckham, who got the Rays' first run, and sends a high fly ball into left. That one is out of here. Home run for Tim Beckham. Beckham joins the party and belts his 7th home run of the year. It's 6-0 Tampa Bay.
That ball, listen, the Rays have it down. 364 is in their sights. They continue to fly him out over there. Evan Longoria drops one over, and then Beckham here.
So in the last 3 innings, Cabrera, Longoria, and Beckham have homered. James Loney pitches down. No. 3-0. Beckham's second home run of the month. He hit his 6th home run on the road in Houston, connecting off Scott Kazmir. Hits this one off the right-hander Brock. One now, the count to James Loney. And he takes ball 4. Well, the Rays get a base runner on the backside of the home run. Outfit your Rays Super Kid with their very own superhero cape t-shirt presented by Tampa Bay Times. Sunday, September 13th, the Rays take on the Red Sox. Kids 14 and under receive the super giveaway while supplies last. For tickets, call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. Rays up. Here's Daniel Nava. 0 for 1. Entered the game late after Kiermaier left. 1-0 the count. Catches the zone around the knees. Take a look at the wild card standings. The Rays 4.5 back, following the Angels. Minnesota 1.5 back. Texas holding the number 2 spot.
And we talked a little bit in the pregame show, and you talk to managers, you talk to players, and they always talk about winning series, and that's obviously something that the Rays are going to have to do down the stretch. At a pretty tidy clip, they're going to have to win series, but you're going to have to mix in some sweeps too, as you see those standings.
Yeah, you're going to have to win. We've talked about this actually at various times during the year because things have been so bunched up. Some teams going to have to win 7, 8 in a row, maybe 9, to get some separation. And if they do that, okay, you got a shot.
And that separation may take you up to 2 or 3 other teams that are all bunched up now. It may go from a 5-team race to maybe a 3-team race for one spot. But you absolutely are correct on that. And that's where, a team like the Orioles, a team that's reeling, having trouble scoring runs, having trouble pitching, you got to continue to take it to them.
Fly ball into left. That's Parra making the catch on Nava for the first out in the 6th inning. Well, you're down to, counting this one, 32 games left for the Rays. 16 home, 16 on the road. And they're going to go mostly inside the division. They've got a series with Detroit on this trip, but they're head-to-head American League East.
Yep. Teams that know each other well.
Here's Rene Rivera. Rivera doubled to open the 5th inning and scored a run. Rays have built a 6-0 lead on 10 hits, 3 home runs. Ground ball deep at short. Machado's throw to Burns. Got him. With Rivera running, it gave Machado some time, but that's still a spectacular play from Machado from the hole at short.
Boy, once it got by Flaherty, I thought there was no way, but Machado sweeps it. How about the strong throw, and then a little help there by Matt Wieters on the scoop.
Well, he's showing what a lot of people have felt all along, that he's a great third baseman, but a great shortstop, and tonight making his first big league start at shortstop. He spent a brief time over there, but never started at shortstop until tonight. Well, he can handle that spot and would be playing it if he didn't have a Gold Glover on the team that he came up with.
When you're talking about J.J. Hardy.
Hardy on the shelf right now. Cut and miss. It's 1-1 on Geyer. The Rays Geyer takes this pitch, and that's in there. Rays with a run home in this inning. Loney's at second. A 2-2 count. Run home, Loney second. 2 gone, 2-2 the count on Geyer. He fights that one off, making contact and fouling it back. J.J. Hardy sidelined with a groin strain right now. Cut and miss. And Geyer's out on strikes. Home run by Tim Beckham to open the inning. The Rays get a run. They lead a man, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Rays lead 6-0. The Rays lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. As promised earlier, we've selected the Data Strong fan photo of the game. Tweet your strongest fan photo to hashtag SS Data Strong Fan for a chance to be featured in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Steve Clevenger leading off. Pitch is low. Scope next, and then Flaherty. Down the left side toward the corner. Butler's there, and he makes the catch on this one. Butler's already done some business deep in that corner, and moving to his right, kind of squared himself around to gather that one in.
Well, I'm loving the routes that Butler's taking here tonight. I mean, first he runs into the wall knee first. Thank goodness he wasn't hurt, could go back out there. But then we saw him get turned around on a fly ball to left, almost overrun that one right there. But he did hold on to make the play. Getting some work.
A strike to Scope. Ground ball through the open right side with the shift on. Scope singles toward right center. Matt Andrees is up in the Rays bullpen. Well, Archer made a lot of pitches early. He made 26 in the second. He made 23 in the third, 26 in the fourth, has 111, one on, one out in the sixth, facing Ryan Flaherty. And that's a strike. Down to first. Loney to second one. Back to Archer. That's two. Boy, that's nicely done there by the Rays. The 3-6-1 double play.
The best part about this, watch James Loney tell Chris Archer he's got to get the bag. Right there. The point. You got to get it, buddy.
And through six, the Rays lead 6-0. With the Rays leading 6-0. Jim Hickey talking it over with Chris Archer. Here's that inning-ending double play.
Watch James Loney as he fields before he even throws the ball. He's telling Chris Archer, you're going to have to get to first base. That's what that little point was about. And Chris Archer obviously obliging, but that was just outstanding communication in the midst of a play. Loney heads up, telling his pitcher to get there. Throws to second, and right there, Chris Archer pointing right back. A lot of pointing going on out there, and it's all working out for the Rays.
So 113 pitches for Archer. And he battled through the first few innings here. Jason Garcia is going to be the new pitcher to start the seventh inning for Baltimore. Joey Butler in the box.
Well, that's the sign of an elite pitcher, when you can go out there without your best stuff, without your best command, and goes 6 shutout on the road.
In this ballpark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had a little help from Kevin Kiermaier early, but once he took care of that, he just battled his way through the first 3 or 4 innings.
How does that hat go down on that lid?
Swing and a miss by Butler. So he's out on strikes. Slider sweeping away from him. The game tonight and all season, Tires Plus donates $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays televised home run televised right here on Sun Sports, and the Rays have had a good night in that department. Cabrera, Longoria, and Beckham. Here's Evan again. Takes it too low. There's a strike. At the end of 4 innings tonight, Archer had made 92 pitches. Then he made 21 in the 5th and 6th innings combined. Evans did go. That puts him down in the count. A ball, 2 strikes. High fly ball again. Parra will have room this time. 2 gone. So 2 outs, and that brings up Logan Forsythe, who has now a shot at the cycle. He started that with a triple in the 2nd inning. Wound up scoring. He singled and later scored in the 4th. And in the 5th inning, he doubled.
2 outs.
Here he is in the 7th.
2 outs, nobody on. Lift and separate.
The pitch is a ball. So Logan Forsythe up there with a chance to hit for the cycle. Fly ball, center field. It's Jones there to make the catch. The Rays are up and down. Rays going to need to get a couple more base runners if he's to have another shot. Headed into the bottom of the 7th inning, and it turned out to be A heck of a night for Chris Archer. Had to battle his way through the early part.
Yeah, you know, not every time you go out there does it come easy. And Chris Archer found some trouble early on. Some of it with errors, walks, a few hits that he gave up. But when he needed to make pitches, he made pitches. He made plays right here at the back end of a double play. And he kept the Baltimore Orioles off the scoreboard. That's the most important thing. And Chris Archer can feel real good about himself after this outing here tonight. Wasn't easy, but boy, was it effective.
Matt Andriese will take over. His last outing was a 3-inning stint on Friday against Kansas City. And he's on for the 17th time. Pitch to Caleb Joseph. He starts and misses down and away. Joseph 0 for 1 with a walk. So Archer, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, no runs on 4 hits in 6 innings. 113 pitches for Chris. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Line drive against the shift and into right center. Caleb Joseph, the leadoff single in the 7th inning. College football returns to Fox at Fox Sports 1 beginning Thursday. And former Michigan quarterback Jim Harbaugh makes his debut as head coach of his alma mater and leads the Wolverines against the Utes of Utah. The only place you can see it is on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Quick, Dwayne, who do we play on Thursday night?
I think we're off.
Yeah, I know where I'll be.
Here's Manny Machado. Pitch is too high, 1-0.
And it won't be with Johnny O either.
You won't?
Nope. Too much.
Really?
Yeah.
Something happened?
No, nothing happened. Just big Michigan fan, over cheer kind of guy.
I got you. Okay.
Blew me off last night.
Well, there you go. 1-1. Spend the whole season with someone. Think you're close? You're not.
In 5 weeks, we pick our own friends.
That's right. The offseason makes the season possible in many ways.
I'm sorry, but I cannot believe that tomorrow is September.
I know. You know, when you're having this much fun, it just flies right by.
It is absolutely flown by. You're running out of time.
1-1 to count to Manny Machado. Down to third. Stays down. Longoria still up with it. He'll get 1, and that's it. So Machado reaches on a fielder's choice.
And that ball had a little funk to it as it got down there to Evan Longoria. Still stay with it, recover, get that lead runner. Taking it out on that glove.
In the glove and then popped out. Machado at first, 1 away. Here's Parra. 1 for 3 tonight. Up and away, 1-0. Rays have out hit Baltimore 10-5. They lead 6-0. Through the right side. There's a base hit. Machado will stop at second. 2 on with 1 out. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Rays Live, the pregame show, presented by your Gulf Coast Honda dealers. The left-hander Drew Smiley set to work. We'll hear from him, and Orestes will be breaking down Manny Machado, that young man right there. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Rays Live. Here's Adam Jones. Jones officially 0 for 2. He reached on an error once. He walked another time. He takes a strike. Faces that one. It's 0-2. Now New York and Texas, the top 2 wild card teams. Texas plays tonight in San Diego. The Angels 3.5 back, and they play tonight in Oakland. Into the dirt, blocked by Rivera. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cleveland leads Toronto 3-2 in Toronto. That game's in the top of the 8th. Blue Jays have been held to 2 runs tonight, 6 hits. That's big news.
They usually have that done by about 7:15.
Jones fouls 1 back. 1-2. Minnesota chasing Texas for the 2nd spot, a 1.5 back. The Angels 3.5 back, and the Rays 4.5 back ahead of Cleveland. 5 out, Baltimore 5.5. Low again and blocked by Rivera. Did he check? Let's see. Yes, he did. Two on, 1 away. Inside. Count is full. Base hit to right field again. Machado's going to score. Jones goes to right field. 3 hits in this inning. All have gone the other way. It's 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Now it's 6-1.
And you want to calm it down right here, because this Baltimore offense has had trouble scoring runs recently, but putting together some hits here, and we've seen the way the ball's carrying tonight. You could pop one out of here and you've got a brand new ball game.
Well, the guy they have up there is Chris Davis. Those never stop improving, and the last 2 years, a year ago he hit 196 with 26 homers. This year 35 and 92 in the homer and RBI department. He's got a month to go.
Yeah, I mean 5 weeks of baseball. My goodness. He's come back in a big way.
And Grease misses low. Along the right side with Davis. And he's out in front. 1-1. Yeah, that's 2 strikes now. Late call on the first one, so it's 0-2 now.
I was with you. Laz Diaz took his time. You really like that first call.
I like the 0-2 better than 1-1, that's for sure.
Amen.
Foul ball. Six, 10-2 for the Rays. 1-7-0 for Baltimore. But the Orioles have a threat. Danger here in Davis. Wieters waiting on deck. Cut and a miss, or foul ball. Just got a little bit of that one. So it's still 2 strikes. And Andriese trying to wade his way through the middle part of the order. And he got him. A swing and a miss there on the pitch in the dirt. So the breaking ball got him.
Well, he used it to get ahead, and then he goes short with it to put him away. And that was the perfect spot to drop that in. Chris Davis, there's no way you're going to reach that pitch.
2 outs, first and third. Now Matt Wieters. Wieters hit the ball to the warning track in center field his last time. And that's a strike. He struck out, popped out, and then hit the fly ball deep to center. One and one. And the fastball just missed there. Into the dirt and a nice block. And no attempt to advance from either runner, especially Jones at first.
And you want to keep that second runner out of scoring position. Rene Rivera is so good at blocking balls, but it's on top of that, you've got to have some hop. So this ball, as it bounds away, watch how quickly Rivera up to the feet. Eyes on the prize and ready to turn and throw if he had to.
2-1. He did not offer on the appeal to Jeff Nelson. And Wieters is ahead in the count. 3 balls and a strike. Ball 4. The bases are going to be loaded. This is Jones up to second. Parra already at third. Wieters goes to first. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Jim Hickey's going to make a trip to the mound. Steve Clevenger's going to be the hitter. Rays invite you to Tropicana Field for Heroes Day, Friday, September 11th. And the Rays take on the Red Sox. Purchase the special ticket package and receive a Rays Heroes Day hat. For tickets, visit raysbaseball.com/special events.
Well, and going over game plan right here with Clevenger coming to the plate. The Rays have nobody warming in the bullpen, so this is Andries's inning. Andries's hitter.
Colomé starting to stir right now. So he'll get up with Clevenger about to step in. Seventh hitter of the inning stepping in for Baltimore. They've loaded the bases and they've scored a run. Clevenger takes ball one. Stepping in with the curveball. And that's Colomé now loosening. Two. And a miss with the curveball, miss with the fastball. Rivera takes a little time with Andries out there.
Not liking where this is headed.
No, you hate to give a team an opportunity to get back into a game like this. That's exactly where the Orioles are now. He takes a strike. A little bit more on that fastball. And there's a base hit past Longoria. Parr is scoring. Here comes Jones in to score. Just like that. It's a 6-3 ball game. Clevenger driving in too.
And you wonder if Colomé's starting to heat it up out there and get it going, because the Orioles have now, how about this? They've gotten the tying run here to the plate. One inning after Chris Archer leaves the ball game. And you're one bad pitch away from being tied.
Jonathan Scope, the hitter. Colomé continues to throw in the pen. Ground ball, shortstop. Force at second. Cabrera to Forsythe. 8 men come to the plate. They score 3. Rays lead by 3. Tonight's game summary brought to you by Golden Diamond Source. The Rays hold a 3-run lead now. It's 6-3. Cabrera, Longoria, and Beckham have homered. Chris Archer worked the front 6, and we go to the 8th with Asdrubal Cabrera stepping in. Cabrera, Beckham, and then Loney due against the right-hander. Jason Garcia worked the 7th, and it was a 1-2-3 inning. So here's Cabrera. First pitch is a strike at the knees. And again, Diaz thought about it for a beat or two. Well, the other way. Now to play it goes 0-2. Boston, top of the 7th inning at home, leading New York 3-2.
Dwayne, give me your take on those pork chops in the face of Steve Pearce.
Yeah, shaped extremely well.
Yeah,
very realistic.
I mean, that is an aggressive facial hair. You just don't pull that off unless you're pretty self-confident
and skilled.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Because if you mess it up, then you just gotta clear the slate and try it again in a couple weeks.
Yep.
That's a guy right there that's just said, I don't care anymore.
Swing and a miss. Cabrera out on strike. Second strikeout for Garcia. Cabrera from the left side missed the fastball. First out. You'd feel a bit more comfy if the Rays could score another run or two.
Right? And put that pressure back on. Try to answer.
Beckham takes the pitch up. Beckham 2 for 2. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. The first run of the game. Back in the second, he singled in the 4th, homered in the 6th. Strike, and it's 1-1. I'll tell you this, Loney is on deck. And you know, we talked about over the last couple of years watching him in batting practice. And he was hitting some long home runs in batting practice today. Try to land him on Utah Street out there in right. It's inside, 2-1. Loney will follow Beckham in the order. Take the count to 2-2. First game of a 3-game series. Night game tomorrow and again on Wednesday. Rays will head to New York and Detroit before getting back to the Trop. See another 2-2 pitch. Rays with 2 home stands left. The next one, Boston will be in, then the Yankees, followed by the Orioles. And then the final home stand featuring Miami and the Blue Jays. And that's it. A 2-2 count. Down to third. Flaherty's throw. Second out. Strikeout and a ground out. And now James Loney.
Well, Jason Garcia has come in for the Orioles and really calmed things down, throwing the ball nice for Buck Showalter. He's got that not seen every day arm angle. Good fastball with good life. Sweeping breaking ball.
Loney has singled and walked. The pitch is a bit low. Good look at that one. 1-0. Two balls, no strikes. Garcia has spent some time this year on the disabled list with tendonitis in his right shoulder. That's the pitch in on Loney, who pops it foul out of play behind the Rays dugout. So he's missed some time, but back recently. 2-1. Only looking for a pitch to drive. And he shoots it into left field. Parra is there and makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Rays in the 8th. Bottom of the frame coming. 6-3 Tampa Bay. Brought to you by SunTrust. New checking options that work as hard as you do. By Kubota. For more information, go to FloridaKubotaDealers.com. And by your Gulf Coast Honda dealers. From Baltimore, the opening game of the road trip in this series. Alex Colomé takes over on the hill. Matt Andriese worked 1 inning, charged with 3 runs, 6 shutout innings for Archer. And now it's Colomé.
Well, I think Kevin Cash saying enough is enough. The way that Alex Colomé has been throwing the ball coming out of the Rays pen. The Orioles cut the Rays lead in half in the last inning. And so now you bring in the big gun and look to shut this game down.
Ryan Flaherty, he's walked, struck out, and grounded into a 3-6-1 double play. He was the last man faced by Chris Archer. And him to ground into the double play. And here's Colomé's first pitch. It's upstairs. Bottom of the 8th. back. Take a look at what Colomé has been doing lately, and it has been very good.
Well, which number do you like the best? I mean, they're all just outstanding.
It's over 14 appearances. Two balls, one strike. Two. Colomé at 94, and sometimes it seems quicker than that. It's Darren O'Day loosening in the bullpen now for Baltimore. Full count. Caleb Joseph, the catcher, is on deck. Hot shot, but positioned perfectly is Forsythe. Can't hit the ball much harder than that. So one away here in the 8th inning, and time to check in with Todd.
Dwayne, coming up after the game, it'll be our Rays Live post-game show presented by Checkers. Rich Hollenberg and Orestes Estrada will host from right here at Oriole Park in Camden Yards. You won't want to miss the Kevin Kiermaier catch from the first inning. Here's another look. We will hear from the manager, Kevin Cash. Kiermaier, high flying in center field, will also gather interviews in the clubhouse, including Chris Archer. Guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you. One out, base is empty for Caleb Joseph. The pitch is in there, a swing and a miss and a strike.
You know, when Todd does those hits and he's not on camera, you always wonder where he's at. Where's he lurking?
Yep. You know, it's always a mystery. And sometimes he shows up and surprises you.
The Seidler.
Right over the shoulder, there he is. Strike three call. So 2 up, 2 down. Colomé asserting himself to settle this down here in the late stages for the Rays.
You know, just fools Caleb Joseph. Not the best slider that we've seen from Alex Colomé, but when you don't pull the trigger. Out number 2.
Manny Machado. A couple of hits tonight from Machado. He's been on base 3 times, including once on a fielder's choice. One strike to count to him. And that, a nice pitch there. A little slider with some late break at around 90. Did he go? Just held up on that one.
Well, let's take a look at it. Machado, breaking ball. Yeah, just walked right up to the line.
And there's a cut and a miss. 1, 2, 3. Colomé takes care of the Orioles. 6-3 Rays. And starting next month, two of the biggest names in the UFC face off as coaches, as interim featherweight champion Conor McGregor and Uriah Faber join an all-new season of The Ultimate Fighter. The mayhem begins Wednesday, September 9th, only on Fox Sports 1. Mayhem.
September the 9th, that's when it starts. Buckle up.
Sounds like one of our post-game production meetings.
Well, in that case, it may start August 31st.
Well, here we go to the 9th. The Rays are going to face Darren O'Day, making his 53rd appearance. And Daniel Nava will lead off. Nava followed by Rivera and then Geyer as the Rays try to add something against O'Day, which is never easy. Foul ball, strike one. Garcia pitched two very impressive innings for the Orioles. No runs, no hits, two strikeouts, two perfect innings. Rays got 5 off Chen, another one off Brock. And now they face O'Day. One and one. Gomes and Boxberger up in the bullpen for the Rays. And whoever gets into this game will depend on what the Rays do here in the 9th. Fly ball straight away center. Jones will go back for this one and make the catch. Nava's the first out in the 9th.
Boy, Adam Jones, you watch a good center fielder, a good outfielder for that matter, and the way that they get their jumps are just so clean and pure. Get turned the right way, watch it. Quick turn.
Yeah, if you break it down, that's where all the confidence of playing so well out there comes from. The initial read. Here's Rene Rivera. There's a strike. Rivera doubled and scored in the 5th inning. Chopped to short. Machado throws a strike to first. It's 2 up and 2 down in the 9th inning. We'll be with you tomorrow, beginning our coverage on Sun Sports at 6:30 And the left-hander Drew Smiley will be after his second win. He'll be opposed by Chris Tillman. Smiley 1-2 and Tillman 9-9. And our coverage begins at 6:30 for the middle game of this 3-game series in Baltimore. Brandon Guyer. Guyer singled in the 5th. He is 1 for 4. Started the night in right field and moved over to play center field in the 3rd when Kiermaier left. Kiermaier leaving with a mild sprain in his right ankle.
And you hope that's not something that's going to linger for very long. Too important to this team.
1-1 the count.
Well, the one thing that you know about Kevin Kiermaier is if he can play, he will play.
That's exactly right. He's proved that with the thumb injury here in the month of August. It's a roller foul. Check swing, 1-2.
You just get nervous. Anything in the leg department with Kevin Kiermaier because it's so important. Such a big part of what he does involves his speed, whether it's offensive, defensive. But mild's always a good word.
Like that. Guyer behind in the count. Upstairs, 2-2. Boy, O'Day's always an interesting look after facing everything else that's been more conventional. And then here he comes.
Well, think about the arm angles that the Orioles threw out today. Obviously a lefty, but then you go to Garcia, who's kind of sidearm. Then you go to O'Day. You just keep lowering the angle.
Lifted into center. Jones is there for this one. Rays are 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 9th coming. Rays up 6-3. And the Rays lead 6-3, moving into the bottom of the 9th inning. They've out hit Baltimore 10-8. That's 6-0 at one point, and now Brad Boxberger enters this game to face Parra, Jones, and Davis in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, 32 out of 36 in saves. Looking to get to that 33. How about the strikeout numbers? 63 of those in 51 innings. Opponent's average at 236. And the last couple of times that Brad Boxberger has gone out there, it's been a different guy, different from the last road trip. He has been throwing the ball with conviction. The fastball has been good. The changeup has been very good. And the results have followed.
Six for Archer, one for Andres, one for Colomé. And here's Parra to face Boxberger. Parra singled and scored in the 3-run 7th inning for Baltimore. Important to keep that leadoff man off. Here is Boxberger's out to close it out. First pitch popped up, foul. That will carry back and out of play. Strike one. Ball, one strike. Pitch in on him. Fastball got in there and he fouled it out of play, third base side. Starting pitchers, the pitchers of record. And a check swing, a little foul ball. And the count still 1-2. Checking on the changeup.
You know, that's what Brad Boxberger does. He puts you in such a precarious position. You know, what do you look for? You look for that fastball, obviously, because you don't want to get beat by 94. But you also know he's got that changeup, and there's such a huge difference in velocity that all of a sudden you get yourself caught in between. Instead of looking for 94 or 80, you're sitting at 88, and you lose both ways.
Foul right back on the fastball.
His release point and his arm speed on the fastball and changeup are negligible. He just no difference at all, and so difficult to pick up.
And the foul ball. Again, the fastball, and he fouls it up the right side. Boxberger leading the American League with 32 saves. A little fly ball, short right. Nava's there as he was reaching for that changeup and flies out to short right. One away, and leadoff man retired. When you talk about getting the percentages in your favor, that is a big step.
Not to mention where you are in the lineup. You think about the leadoff hitter on. Now here comes Jones, here comes Davis, here comes Wieters.
And he had to battle to do it. I mean, Parr up there gave him a battle. So one away. Now here's Jones. And you're right. You'd much rather face these guys, if you have to, face them with the bases empty.
You get one ball airborne, and now all of a sudden you're
1-1. Jones 0 for 4 in his career against Boxberger. And the count goes to 1-2. Out in front and over that changeup.
I mean, until you see the swing and a miss, tell me how you know that's a changeup. Until you see that, and you go, okay, he was way out in front. That's a changeup. I mean, it's too hard to pick up. And when Boxberger's out there throwing strikes and pitching with confidence, He's a nightmare.
2-2. And he got him. How about that? Big cut right there.
That ball would never get there. It just didn't get there. It looked like Brad Boxberger humped up on this, like he was going to try to blow a fastball by him. He just can't wait back long enough.
Like trying to figure out how to dance and put your foot down with the music. And it's just not quite down where it should be. Swing and a miss by Chris Davis. And believe me, I've got a lot of experience with that.
I'm the worst. I am the worst.
Dancing is like trying to hit a changeup.
Well, there's a reason I didn't hit them. Or dance.
1 ball, 1 strike. Two and one. Two outs with the bases empty. Boxberger trying to close this one out. And now he's behind Davis, 3-1. Ball 4. Davis heads to first, a 2-out walk. The hitter will be Matt Wieters. So after retiring Parra on the fly ball to short right and striking out Jones, the walk to Davis. Wieters walked in the 7th inning, otherwise 0 for 3. Pitch is down. Time. And to the mound goes Rivera.
You just don't want this thing to spiral out of control because of a lack of command, lack of throwing strikes.
Yeah, you don't want the tying run to get to the plate, as it did in the 7th. Once, after having a 6-0 lead, is enough.
Yeah. Yeah, do not tempt fate again. And it would be Clevenger again.
There's a strike.
Actually, Clevenger was up 6-1. He made it 6-3. A base hit the other way, but not tonight, not here, not in this park.
He just missed there. 2-1. Wieters getting his first look at Boxberger. It's a high fly ball into center field. Geyer there waiting, and the Rays are winners tonight. No runs, a walk, a man left in the 9th inning, and the Rays win this one 6-3, taking the first game of this series from the Baltimore Orioles. Chris Archer is going to get the victory, pitching the first 6 innings tonight of shutout baseball. So Archer goes to 12-10. A save for Boxberger, number 33. He leads the league in that department. The loss to Wei-Yin Chen, now 8-7 before 19,841 in Baltimore. For the Rays, 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and the Rays strand 3. For the Orioles, 3 runs,